What will happen if Antarctica melts? Subscribe. Universal Tutor. If Antarctica were to melt completely, it would have profound and far-reaching consequences for the planet, including changes in sea levels, climate patterns, ecosystems, and more. While a complete melting of Antarctica is an extreme scenario that would take thousands of years, even partial melting would have significant impacts. Here are some of the key consequences. Rising sea levels. The most immediate and significant consequence of Antarctic ice melting would be a dramatic rise in global sea levels. Antarctica contains about 90% of the world's freshwater ice, and if it were to melt entirely, it could cause global sea levels to rise by approximately 200 feet, 61 meters. Even a partial melting would lead to substantial sea level rise, with severe consequences for coastal communities and low-lying regions around the world. Coastal flooding. Rising sea levels would result in increased coastal flooding and erosion, threatening infrastructure, homes, and ecosystems in coastal areas. Many major cities and densely populated regions would be at risk. Displacement of populations. Coastal communities and islands could become uninhabitable due to sea level rise, leading to the displacement of millions of people. Climate impacts. The melting of Antarctic ice could disrupt ocean circulation patterns and alter the climate system. It could contribute to shifts in global weather patterns, potentially leading to more extreme weather events, changes in precipitation patterns, and altered temperature regimes. Loss of biodiversity. Melting ice sheets could have significant impacts on marine ecosystems, including those that rely on cold water conditions. Species adapted to polar environments could face habitat loss and increased competition for resources. Ocean acidification. Increased freshwater input from melting ice can lead to changes in ocean salinity and affect ocean chemistry, potentially contributing to ocean acidification, which harms marine life and coral reefs. Altered coastal habitats. Coastal ecosystems, such as salt marshes, mangroves, and estuaries, could be drastically altered or submerged, leading to the loss of valuable habitats for wildlife and fisheries. Resource disputes. As new areas become accessible due to melting ice, territorial and resource disputes could arise over newly exposed land and seabed resources, such as minerals and fisheries. Infrastructure costs. Countries would face significant costs associated with adapting to rising sea levels, including the construction of protective infrastructure, relocating populations, and addressing economic disruptions. It's important to note that the complete melting of Antarctica is considered a long-term, worst-case scenario that would take millennia to unfold. However, even relatively modest melting of Antarctic ice can have significant consequences for sea levels and the environment. Therefore, addressing climate change and reducing greenhouse gas emissions are crucial steps in mitigating the risks associated with Antarctic ice melt and its impacts on the planet. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.